Hey guys, welcome back to my channel NovaDM. Today we are going to discuss the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. Here in this topic we will gather knowledge about what is Quad, how this security dialogue form, what its importance, why it is necessary to counter China in the South China Sea and how it is fulfilling that goal. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. The Quad is a strategic security dialogue between India, Japan, Australia, and the United States. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe initiated the dialogue in 2007, under which India would join a former multilateral dialogue with Japan, the United States, and Australia. Here in the website of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, you can see the confluence of the two seas, where Japan and India discussed about strategic global partnership. I'll provide the link of the website in the description box. You can check this out and read more about it. After formation of the quadrilateral group, China sent a diplomatic protest to all four member countries before any formal meeting of the group. 1 month after the first meeting of Quad countries in 2007, a joint naval exercise was held near Tokyo by India, Japan, and the United States. In September 2007, further naval exercises were held in the Bay of Bengal, including Australia. This exercise was called Malabar Exercise. At that time, in 2009, US-India relation improved under Bush administration. The security agreement between Japan and India made China suspicious, as China was absent on the list of Japan's strategic partners in Asia. Chinese anger over the Quad group caused uneasiness within Australia even before the agreements were initiated. In 2008, after becoming the Prime Minister of Australia, Kevin Rudd visited China's foreign minister even before visiting Japan, and also organized a foreign minister meeting with China. In this meeting, Australia unilaterally announced it would not be proposing a second round of dialogue between the Quad members. The Quad members continued military exercise on a bilateral or trilateral level, sometimes with the non-Quad members involved. Australia joins the US-Philippines Balikatan exercise for the first time in 2014, and Japan did the same in 2017. Japan joined for the first time the Indian Malabar exercise in 2015, and also Japan joined for the first time the Australian-US Joint Defense Exercise Talisman Saber in 2015. After appointment of Julian Gillard in 2010 as Australian Prime Minister, there was a massive shift in Australian foreign policy towards a closer relationship to the United States and distancing from China. The Australian, a newspaper, has written extensively on the quadrilateral and on Australian defense issues and encouraged their long-standing ally, the US, to retain its primacy in the region. In 2011, Obama administration turned to Asia and shift their foreign policy from the Middle East to the East Asian countries. The US policy shift towards East China was generally seen as a move to oppose the growing influence of China in the region. In 2011, Japan opened a naval base in Djibouti, its first long-term naval base overseas and part of its growing involvement in the wider Indo-Pacific region. In December 2012, Shinzo Abe had prepared a proposal on strategic framework. That framework was implemented in 2016 as an official announcement of free and open Indo-Pacific. Also in 2012, Xi Jinping became the leader of China. Since then, tensions between China and each of the four Quad countries have increased. Under Xi's leadership, China started island building in the South China Sea. Now, you can see this website. It is an island tracking website where we can track China's artificial islands. I'll provide the link of the website in the description box. You can check this out and know more about it. According to Reuters, Vietnam and the Philippines started island building in the South China Sea for decades, while China has come late to the island building game. But from 2014 to 2016, China constructed more new island surface than all other nations have constructed throughout history. and in 2016, China placed military equipment on one of its artificial islands. Before 2017, India was not keen to reinstate the Quad grouping out of fear it would provoke China. But after several years of growing tensions with China on various issues, and particularly after the 2017 border standoff, India started to express renewed interest in Quad. In November 2017, Japanese, Indian, Australian, and American officials continue military cooperation ahead of the ASEAN and East Asia summits. The meeting included discussions of China's increased prominence in the South China Sea. In 2019, four ministers met in the New York City to discuss reforming the Quad. Then, in the next summer, India, Japan, and US invited Australia to the Navy exercise at Malabar, which was delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic. On 24th May 2022, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida hosted the 4th Quad Leaders Summit in Tokyo, Japan, where India, Australia, and American leaders attended the meeting. The summit concluded with a joint statement to a free and open Indo-Pacific. On 24th May 2023, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was set to host the 5th Quad Leaders Summit in Sydney, but a week before the scheduled summit were cancelled, following an announcement by President Biden. In this video, we discussed the complete study of Quad from formation to operation. And now, Quad is a fully functional group with 4 member countries to counter China in the Indo-Pacific region, and there is some discussions going on to expand the group from Quad to Quad Plus. So this is the end of the video, and thank you for listening, and we will come back very soon with some insightful geopolitics.